Thank you, everyone. I kind of like my name so big. I kind of like that. That looks familiar. I knew I shouldn't have searched Google for this. For tonight's context, we're talking about engineered machines and public art. So to me, it's quite clear that both are essential for human existence. Engineers facilitated, artists celebrated. Born in 1452, Leonardo da Vinci painted the most famous human face across generations. He also saw the basic principle of simplicity, which is the magic ingredient in art and in engineering. In his own words of wisdom, arte scienza, the science and art integration in our life. Connessione, which is connectivity of all things. So important for artists and engineers. 500 years ago, he developed a very simple design of a bridge. No one could figure out how to build it. It's so beautiful, so simple. And yet today, this bridge sits in Norway, which is a pedestrian overpass over a two-lane highway. So with a little bit of technology and knowledge, we can make everything happen. So what happens when we combine engineering and art? Magic happens. We used to build roads as engineers. Now we build streets with people. Roads don't have people. I'll try to talk slower in the next slide. We are going to welcome 80,000 people coming to Richmond over the next 30 years. So what should we do to make sure that not just the newcomers, but the existing residents can move around easily, and more importantly, with fun and with human spirit? So we'll look at the life cycle of elements. Good transportation gives you a good quality of life. We'll make our city more appealing for people to come here, which in turn create jobs, resulting in a strong economy, and a strong economy requires good transportation, and it goes on and on. So we asked our children, school-age children, to tell us what their vision is for the future. This is what they told us in their paintings. This is what we use as a cover in our official community plan. Again, keep things simple. As you can see, transportation isn't part of their vision. Today, we make our trips mostly by cars, 83% to be precise. We must change that. So we have to reduce our auto use as much as down to 49%. This is our ambitious goal for the next 30 years for Richmond. We need to expand walking, cycling, and transit. We started by building neighborhoods that you can go to access your basic services, such as groceries, coffee house, community events, and most importantly, it's a place that you can actually meet your neighbors and talk about fun things and daily lives. So we envision there are a total of 15 such neighborhoods in Richmond. 9 of them will be outside of city center. Given the current example that we have in Steveston Village, which is a very vibrant, very self-contained, sustained community. This is a typical subdivision defined by Richmond grid, half a mile by half a mile. To the left is our current subdivision, which is almost like a maze. To the right is what we want to change, is that there shouldn't be a maze for pedestrians. For cars, yes, but not for pedestrians. So we need to create walking links so that they can access the bus stops. Number 1 Road and Mountain Street intersection. To the left is a very hostile 4-way intersection. To the right, thanks to the talent of Karen Yandel, who will be speaking later on, her wonderful design is actually incorporated into a pedestrian scramble intersection. We also need to connect everyone by transit. Transit is by far the most viable alternative to cars. So all the color lines that you see here is what we envision, that in 30 years, we shall have all the buses running along these lines to serve our needs. We also need to connect by cycling. Cycling is perfect for medium distance travel, especially in Richmond, because our terrain is so flat. Why not take advantage of that? So we'll be creating, all these color lines, whether it's on-street or off-street, to protect the cyclists by separating them from traffic. We also need to provide goods movement. There's a good chance that you're either wearing or carrying something that is being transported by one of these man-made machines. So we are embarking on improving roadways to accommodate the growth of cargo movement up to 2 times, even 3 times in 20 years. So we do that by widening Nelson Road and Westminster Highway. Even though this is a road widening project, we're also incorporating, as you can see at the bottom of the sketch, cycling and pedestrian improvements as well. So the cars will be here to stay. Even though we're driving less, that doesn't mean we have to continue to drive with no intelligent information before we make that trip. So we must drive smarter. By doing that, we're again talking about connectivity. We connect all the useful information such as road conditions, traffic conditions, to make us drive faster. We face life situations with intuitions and feelings. So why can't we build infrastructure the same way? This is taken in San Diego, by the way. So you remember the bridge design that no one could figure out how to build it? Well, guess what? When Da Vinci was painting Mona Lisa, he told her about a similar sketch that is done for a flying machine. It is at that exact moment that he captured her smile with a paint brush. Thank you very much.